Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode. This is our life. These are dehydrated potatoes. About almost 8 ounces.
As Europe continues to unite, nations are less threatened by regions. In Spain, Madrid now lets Barcelona wave its Catalonian flag and speak its own language.
It was 2 days of drying.
In Gaelic. And London doesn't care. And for the first time in centuries, Britain has allowed Scotland to have its own parliament. Those of us who love Europe's cultural variety.
Now you can dry potatoes and a lot of things in the oven at a really low heat, and you keep the oven door open. But what we have is a dehydrator. It's a Ronco dehydrator, so it's nothing fancy. Has 3 three trays. And what we did, because the whole...
Ours is missing some tray, but we got it for free, too.
Yeah, we got it free. What we did was we took cheesecloth, 1 layer of cheesecloth, put it on the tray, and then, we cut this stuff up like really small. And...
1/4-inch dice.
Yeah. So then we put it on top of the cheesecloth on the tray, spread it out, and what you have to do with the dehydrator we have is you have to rotate the trays. So when you take the bottom tray and it becomes the middle tray, then the middle tray becomes the top tray, and the top tray becomes the bottom tray, and you have to go through that, because what you'll find is the bottom tray will start, because the heating element is way down in the bottom. I mean, it's actually recessed about that deep, and the bottom tray will get dry, but the top tray will still be somewhat moist, so you have to keep rotating it. You don't rotate it, but once or twice, and that way it gets more even drying. And this is our first batch, and that's about a dozen small potatoes. Yes, they're very small potatoes. And it comes out to almost 8 ounces, just a tad bit under that 8-ounce mark. I just diced some more potatoes. I have to blanch them. Once I blanch them, I'll put them in the dehydrator. But you understand, it goes for 2 days. It would be nice if we could get a second or even third or fourth or fifth dehydrator, because we have onions and carrots, and believe me, we have potatoes. We have potatoes. What? Say it again? So, and I got a letter today, from this guy's on Texas death row. My wife and I disagree on the issue, but that's okay. If you are willing to contact the governor of Texas and the parole board for Mr. John M. Quintanilla, his number is 999-491. He has a scheduled date this July, and ask for commuting a sentence to life. I could go look up what he was found guilty of. Was he actually guilty of it? I don't know. Texas has this thing for killing innocent people. If you're innocent and on death row, they seem to go after you faster. I don't know why that is. I mean, Texas has knowingly killed several innocent people. And is this guy guilty? Is he innocent? I don't know. I'm not. All that matters to me is he's a human being. And he seems like a nice enough guy. And I believe very strongly in forgiveness and redemption. Very strongly. I had a relative in February 1864 who was hanged in North Carolina. he was hanged for, I think there were 3 charges: desertion, treason, and something else. He had been drafted into the Confederate Army. He was with the...
I'm reminded we can never exhaust this continent of what it has to offer.
Oh, he was with Captain Latham's company, North Carolina Artillery, I believe. But he was a Yankee lover. He and his brother were dragged off by the Confederacy and forced into the Army. And after the battle for one of the battles for New Bern, he was captured wearing a Yankee uniform. And in Kinston, I believe it was, it was a mass execution. I think there was like 13 or 14 or 15 people hanged. There were 3 groups of them. There's a book titled The Fremantle Diary, and another book you could find is North Carolina Civil War Documentary. It's on my mom's side.
Oh my gosh, Rick, I've learned so much tonight.
And he was, there were 3 groups of people. There were the one my relative was in, which was a smaller group of people who could read, write, they were educated. And the second group were intelligent, but not necessarily educated. And then you had the third group, which generally could not read or write. Intelligence level varied. But, and the thing is, with my relative, I really don't have sympathy for him. You know, he shouldn't have been a Yankee lover, and he shouldn't have deserted. Anyway, so there you go. Bye.